When it comes to buying and selling your home, it's right up there with one of the most stressful things that you can do. It doesn't have to be extremely stressful though, because with a little forward planning, a touch of patience and great communication, it can be smooth and stress-free. From our experience, we're going to come up with 14 ways to ensure a stress-free house move. So let's have a look at some of these ways that can ensure less stress for you. Give yourself as much time as possible before you actually put your property onto the market, because you want to declutter, touch up, redecorate, and carry out any minor repairs, because you want to present your home in the best possible condition. So number one, give yourself some time. Number two, instruct the right solicitor at the very beginning, even before you found a buyer, because you want to know who you're working with. You want to complete the relevant paperwork in advance and avoid any delays right from the start. Get your mortgage offer in place too, because you should be talking to mortgage lenders as soon as you're thinking about moving. Having all the financials in place early on makes it much more credible that you're a buyer, and also makes it much more attractive to the vendor. Now be realistic. We all know stories about estate agents just overvaluing properties so they can get the listing. Now, not everyone does that, of course, but having a realistic price will mean more people will come to the front door. And it can actually be a good thing, because a bidding war can take place when several people all want your house. Be upfront with your solicitor. Everyone's on the same side. Share any potential problems or possible issues, no matter how small they are, because then your solicitor can judge any impact there might be on the conveyancing. Avoid same-day exchange and completion. Now, in our experience, this is a recipe for potential disaster and maximum stress. Some people encourage you to do this because, you know, they just want this to happen, but it's not a good idea, because there can be chains and things can go wrong. So avoid this to save your sanity. Avoid same-day exchange and completion. Make sure you visit the property several times, at several different times of the day. If you want a nice sunny garden in the evening, make sure you visit the house in the evening, because the lights change and you don't want to see it in the morning when it's nice and sunny in the garden, but in the evening it's not. So make sure you visit at different times of the day. Traffic and sunshine and a whole variety of different things can have an effect on your purchase. Keep in contact with your solicitor and estate agent. Everyone's working together here, and whether it's good news or bad news, make sure you pass it on as soon as possible. Don't organise a removal company until you've got a firm date from your solicitor about moving, because you don't want to have to reschedule it, and you don't want to have to be forced to find another removal company because the dates have changed. Don't put your property up for sale unless you, or don't buy an offer for a property unless you've got your property already sorted in terms of having a buyer, because you may have to find additional funds. And if you find a property you like and you don't have a buyer, this just puts more and more pressure onto you to sell as soon as possible and not get the price that you deserve. Don't skimp on the survey. Now, this is a big purchase. Now, we know new houses are great, but even new houses can have problems with them. So as a minimum, get a home buyer's report for your peace of mind and for your long-term wealth. Fixtures and fittings, make sure you both agree, and make sure you have a checklist, and make sure that they're there to avoid any last-minute disagreements. Sort all your electricity, your gas, your computer and your phone stuff out so that you can move smoothly without any worries about electricity being used, which you're paying for, which you shouldn't be. And be organised. Don't leave packing to the last minute. Pack room by room, label everything. If you haven't got a use for the stuff at your new home, then why not exchange it, recycle it, or give it away, or even consider hiring a skip and throwing it away, just for how good you'll be when you get to your new home and there's not so much junk in it. If you're selling or buying a home, we'd love to work with you. So please call us today at solicitorsinbournemouth.com on 0844 874 5377, or email help@solicitorsinbournemouth.com with the conveyancing experts, and we'd love to work with you to make sure you have a nice, free and stress-free house move. Thanks for watching.